So here's the 75-gallon SPS tank. And things are going pretty good in here. As you can see, the coral is still growing out. This is called green pavona here. And I forgot what kind the Leptocerus is here. That's the orange one. They're attacking this guy in the middle, which is a Montipora. It's a Jedi Mind Trick Montipora. You see that, how they're kind of going together on either side there? Eventually, this orange one here, the Leptocerus, and this green one here, the pavona, they'll end up touching, and they'll pretty much have a stalemate in the middle. I can tell you that because this one over here is also Leptocerus, called 24K, and right where it meets the pavona, it does, neither one of them try to grow over each other, so they're pretty much evenly matched. So unfortunately for this Montipora right there, it's going to end up just dying off as they're attacking it, but it is growing out in other places. You can see it's moving out that way, so I may even find another place to put it, like back there or something. But pretty neat to see how coral grow next to each other and how they fight for space and things like that. This Acropora here is the Walt Disney Acropora tenuis. That one's doing pretty good. Colors are coming back. They were muted for a little while, but I'm starting to get the little purple tips back on it. And my green slimer is back. It was having some tips on it that weren't doing good, but it's starting to grow back. That's this guy here. And then this is called Passalipora right here. Green Passalipora, and it likes to just throw polyps, and the polyps turn into new coral colonies like that. So it just kind of pops up in different places. I even have some on the glass I'll show you in a minute. But all these are doing good. This one, like I said in the last video, I gave up on trying to get rid of the sand that accumulates there, but as you can see, it's starting to grow on the rocks now, which is good. That's what I wanted it to do, so I won't have to touch that. That'll just grow on the rocks, and it'll make it look really nice, because that's a really cool coral. That's a Montipora also. I believe that's, I can't remember the name of it. It's from Cherry Coral. That's a Montipora too. Castaway, that's the name of it, Castaway. These Acropora here are doing pretty good. These are just sort of no-name Acropora, and they're growing out pretty good. Everybody's kind of filling in. And then this one right here is the one I posted on Reef to Reef. What I posted about is I had low polyp extension, which I still do, but I had no polyp extension. And I'll see if I can zoom in, and you can see the little tips that are coming out. And it's finally starting to come back a little bit. I think within a couple more months, it'll be back to its normal furry self, and I'll be able to show you that. So I'm happy to see the progress with it. What I ended up doing, and you can see the other half's gone, so I have a story on that too. I ended up doing 2 water changes, large water changes, 40% water changes, which is basically 30 gallons in this, I don't know, 80-gallon system or so, 90-gallon, and maybe 33%. But I did 2 of them back to back. And with these kind of coral, you have to make sure the chemistry is matched in the water that you change, because if the alkalinity is off by too much, these types of coral do not like that. And that's what happened with the other side here. I did notice half of it was dead already underneath because it was being shaded. However, when I did the 2 water changes back to back, it started to finish it off. I was getting a rapid tissue necrosis, which means the tissue was just coming right off the coral. So I went ahead and just took it out. I fragged it there. Hopefully that little nub will grow back. If not, I still have all this too. So while that was an issue that I didn't like, the coral was on its way out anyway. I was just trying to get it back, but I did not notice that half of it was already dead from shading. So I got to upgrade my lights to prevent that in the future. But I'm really glad that the polyps are starting to come back out on that. And the rest of these are doing pretty good. These are really bright. This Montipora capricornus, that's what that's called right there. Those are really cool. They grow like little shells. But you just got to watch it because they like to shade things underneath them too. So you just got to make sure there's no, coral underneath them, because then the coral won't get light. And then this Montipora digitata, that's this purple one. It's like purple and blue. That one's doing really good. That one always grows good for me in this tank. It's already up to the water level, as you can see. Some more Passalipora. And then this acropora, I was cleaning the glass yesterday, and I accidentally broke a little tip off, so I put it in the frag tank. But this is adjusting. I can see if I can focus in on it. You can see where it's starting to disfigure a little bit from the flow. And what it'll end up doing is the polyps will end up growing more on the other side. So I'm going to leave it for now, but the colors are starting to come back out of it too. You can see it's getting a little lighter there. And so it'll start changing as it acclimates to that spot more. But so far that's doing good too. So that's the 75-gallon SPS tank. It's making progress. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but the water changes really helped. So hopefully things will just continue to get better from here. All right, up next is the LPS, which is large polyp stony coral, and SPS, which is small polyp stony coral frags, which are fragments of coral. I'm going to start explaining some things. If you already know, please excuse that. There's a few people who watch the channel who don't really know the lingo, so I'm going to try to remind myself to explain all the acronyms and stuff as we go. These coral are doing really good, if I must say so myself. I'm really happy with how everything's coloring up. These guys are cool here. These are blast furnace favia. Those are really nice. There's Little Nemo Jr. hanging out with some Space Invader pectinias. And I got some miscellaneous frags in the back. There's a nice elegance coral. And some Galaxia. And check this out. I got some, we used to call them egg cans. They're called something else now. I can't remember. But see that little fan worm there? That's that little guy with that little white tube there. Those are so cool. They're just little filter feeders. They just eat stuff that's, you know, might be in the water, little food here and there. But they don't bother anything. Some people like them, some people don't. I just couldn't bring myself to remove it from the frag. It looks pretty neat. So I think it complements the coral, but pretty neat. Got some more miscellaneous frags back there. Check out those favia there. Those are cool. They got so many different names now, I don't remember them all. And in the back, you can see all the Duncans. I fragged a Duncan that was like a tabling Duncan, I guess you could call it. It wasn't branching, even though they're all technically the same. And it really liked that. I guess because it can get more flow around the heads and stuff, the polyps. So as you can see in the back there, they're all out and they're all happy. Same thing with this trumpet coral here, or candy cane coral they call it. I got one Duncan there that's closed up a little bit, but it'll come out. And I got some more what they call a lot of different coral favia. They're different species. I just don't remember the names. These guys are really cool and colorful too. I'm going to hang on to these still. I like these for me, but I'll probably grow them out and frag them later. But I'm not in a hurry to sell those. But pretty much all the rest of these, with a few exceptions here and there, they will be offered at different frag swaps that I go to. I'll just randomly be bringing in certain ones. These acros are coloring up really nice, and their polyps are coming out, so I'm real happy about that. I added a different light on the side that kind of helped with the shading issue, and it worked out really nice. The polyps are coming out better, the corals are coloring up better, so I'm definitely going to get more of them and fill in different spots. But I'm very happy with the way these frags are turning out. And that's that tank. All right, time for Puffy's tank, the 135-gallon FOWLR. This is a 6-foot long tank. Like I said, it's 135 gallons, and this houses my fishy friends. I just have fish in here. There's no coral. Got some live rock. There's Finn and huge Leonidas, the volatile mine fish. Everybody's seen these before, I think. He's pretty cool. I just got to watch my hands when I'm cleaning the tank and stuff, because those spikes will hurt. Not only do they spike you, but they're venomous too, so it'll leave a nasty sting. And there's Finn. He's my newest fish. That's an emperor angel. He's the fish that's in my logo, my Reefer Matt logo. So of course I had to get him. He's a little feisty. I'll call him Feisty Finn. He likes to mess with Brownie there. Brownie's a bicolor or Fiji foxface, and he has venomous spines too, so I'm not too worried about Finn messing with him. See if I can get, if Finn messes them again, you'll see Brownie stick his little spikes up. So then Finn kind of backs off, so I'm not worried about that. And there's the star of the show, Puffy. Hi, Puffs. Let me get you in focus, buddy.
What's up, dude?
Yeah?
I'm still hungry, you know.
Well, is everything better now? I just fed you.
As long as I get 2 clams instead of 1.
Cool. All right, good. I'm glad to know we're on good terms, bud. It's a little dark there, sorry.
Yeah,
and then we got Bandit. He's a huma huma trigger. He's the state fish of Hawaii. And he eats everything and steals everybody's food. That's why I call him Bandit. Plus he's got that like little thing over his eyes like he's a bandit. See that? Bandit's a really cool fish.
Excuse me?
They're all really cool. You're cool too, Puffs.
Oh, don't try to smooth it over now.
You're the coolest fish ever, buddy.
You really mean that?
Yes. I was just saying Bandit's cool too, but you're awesome. Okay?
Okay, just for that I won't bite your finger again.
Alright. But yeah, that's the follow. These guys are doing good. They don't have any more ailments or anything. Just been keeping their water changed. I got some more algae on the back to scrape off the glass. But the angelfish and the fox face really keep down, like it don't get long or anything. It's just kind of like that film. And the cool part is when I scrape it off, these guys eat it. So it's kind of like free food for them. So, I mean, it's really cool. I never had an emperor angel before, but he just kind of eats the algae out the glass. So these guys are all doing pretty good. And here's my Softy tank. I got a few LPS in here, but this is mainly a Softy Frag Tank. And immediately, what do you see in here that's like growing everywhere? That's this stuff called green star polyps. These are a beginner coral. They look like grass, but these ones are really super bright. So I'll be offering these up for real cheap. But these are nice for beginners, and they're nice for everybody really. They just tend to grow on everything, so you gotta know how to handle them. I had a bubble algae outbreak in this tank, but it's gone now. I used a double dose of fluconazole, which is a medication, and it took care of the bubble algae. However, the con to that is that it also killed my yuma mushrooms. You can kind of see the little green one there. I had some huge mushrooms. Luckily, some of them got rehomed, but a lot of them, they didn't like that fluconazole for some reason. All the rest of the mushrooms are fine. It was just the yumas. Like these are the other recordias. I think these are the Florida ones, but they weren't bothered at all. None of these other ones were. The Rhodactis didn't care, so it was just the yumas for some reason. I don't know why, but they really didn't like that medicine. But all these guys are doing really good. I gotta do some more fragging. See how colorful they are? They kind of got growing out of control a little bit. They're growing on the rack and everything. I busted my finger up a few weeks ago and I couldn't put my hands in the tank and frag coral because I couldn't fit a glove on because it was all bandaged up. But now I can, so I gotta get back in it and I gotta frag some more of these so I can share them. But yeah, zoanthids are one of my favorites. Zoanthids and acropora coral. And check out this guy here. Here's another acan. I don't know if my camera can pick up all the colors on it, but the colors are really starting to pop out of this one. So I'm going to leave this in here and see what it does. But this one is looking real special, so I'm going to see what happens with that. But yeah, everything in here is doing pretty good. There's Nemo. He's a little meanie. Want to see what he does to my finger? Watch. See if I put both my fingers in there. He's a mean. No, he's not going to do it because he's on camera. But he bites my fingers. He doesn't like my hands in the tank. He doesn't like anything in the tank. But oh, see, there he goes. Kind of scary. It doesn't hurt. It just scares you. It surprises you more than anything. But that's what clownfish are known to do. You think Nemo's so cute watching him on the cartoon? Well, sorry to break it to you. Nemo's mean. What he does, he just keeps biting. But, you know, he's just protecting his little area there. So I don't blame Nemo for biting me. I just wish he'd be a little nicer sometimes when I'm trying to help him. Right, Nemo? Anywho, this tank's doing good too. So I'll be selling some of these in the next frag swap too. All right, here's the 36-gallon bow front. So those of you who aren't in the reefing right now, but you're thinking about it and you're sort of interested, this is how I got back into the hobby. recently, 5 years ago. This is just a 36-gallon aquarium. I got it from PetSmart. Came with the stand and everything. Can't really see the stand right now. It was pretty cheap. I don't know how much they are now. I mean, cheap as in, you know, like it's like 150 bucks at the time. I don't know how much it is now, but so this could be something to get you into saltwater tanks if you want. You don't have to get a huge tank. I don't really suggest going anything smaller than this. Around 40 gallons is the size you want to get if you're thinking about getting into reefing. This tank, I don't let it go. I let it do more natural than the other tanks. Like I don't have my hands in here so much as the other tanks trying to change things. So there's some algae in here. There's also some colonial hydroids, which are a little type of critter, and they just kind of annoy coral a little bit, and they grow everywhere. So I'm just keeping an eye on them. I think they came on this rock, but this rock's 5 years old too. But this was actually ocean rock when I got it. It wasn't dry rock that I put in here. It was live rock. So that's probably where they came from. But as far as the algae and stuff, I just keep it under control so it's not too bad. This glass does get dirty from time to time, and I do let it go sometimes. But I keep this tank more natural than, say, the other ones as far as you know, things growing in it and that. But I don't let it get too out of control either. Like there's some bubble algae that pops up, and I get rid of as much as I can when I do the water changes. I just did a water change on this. You've probably seen the video if you watch my videos. But these tanks really, especially one this small, they could use good water changes. But look at this thing. This coral is huge. This is a green Neptia, I believe. And it's every bit as big as my whole arm. So it's like, I don't know, 1.5 feet long maybe, or tall. So I gotta frag some of that back. But this clownfish really likes it. That's his hangout. I took a cool picture of him in that too. But yeah, this tank, I probably clean up a little bit of the algae. Like it's starting to annoy the zoas there, so I'll probably clean that up and maybe put it back. But the newest coral I got, and you're gonna be like, why did you get those? The reefers out there. This xenia, it's pulsing xenia. See that? See if I can steady my hand. It opens and closes by itself. Pretty neat. It's called pulsing xenia. But it grows like crazy. So hopefully, and that's why I got it. I'm hoping it'll outcompete the hydroids and it'll just sort of pop up everywhere. But these coral are really fast growers and they're very beginner friendly. You just got to know that they're going to pop up everywhere. But I like them. It's been a long time since I've had them, at least 5 years. So pretty neat. I like them. Can you tell I said it how many times now? And then this cool toadstool mushroom down here. That's just the top of it. The base is down there. It's a mushroom shaped coral, but you can only see the top. Yeah, this tank's doing good too. That's the 36-gallon. Well, that'll do it for this video. I'm Reefer Matt. Thank you for watching, and happy reefing.